A Nigerian student schooling in Canada had this to say on her video about a Nigerian family of 5 stranded in Canada. Now, this man was doing so well in Nigeria, and this is why I tell people that when people say, why are Nigerians always running away from their country? A lot of people that traveled or relocated out of Nigeria only did that because of government policies, and also because they felt that their children should school outside and test schools outside the country, because that man was doing so well in Nigeria. He sold his house, he sold his properties. Now, this lady was saying that as far as she's concerned, she doesn't feel that while selling properties, you should sell your house. Don't do that. That what you would rather do is to find other means of coming, but do not sell your house. She's not saying people should not travel, neither is she saying people should travel, but please ensure that you have enough money that can cover you and your family for at least 6 months. But if you are doing 1 year, that's great, because the economy of Canada is something else. Now, one will wonder, no wonder, one will say, no wonder people are leaving Canada and relocating to other countries. Now, Canada economy is something else. And there are a lot of people who are in school in Canada. If you are on permanent residency, you are coming to Canada, you need to start working, look for something. So she said, for example, there's this family that relocated from Nigeria. They went for holiday, not even relocation, they went for holiday with their 2 kids, husband and wife, 2 kids. So when they explored Canada, they saw the whole places, they came back to Nigeria. They had to now, while they were there for that 1 month, they had started applying for their visa to stay, and they gave them, because they had already come, and now they give them the visa. So after everything, they went back alone as a couple, dropped their kids in the husband's mother's side, because so they took a nanny and everything. They were sending money, but they went and rented a shared apartment. They lived in one room, the master's bedroom, because that one you won't share toilet and all, that's everything in it. They took the master's bedroom, shared parlor with the other people, and they worked tirelessly and ensured that they were able to, for 1 year, and they were able to save. As they were bringing their children, they were moving into their own house. So with that kind of thing, it's easier. But traveling with 5 family members, the etiquettes alone, the visa processes and everything, you will not believe that this man was doing well. The man said with the salary he was getting in Nigeria and the other businesses he was doing so fine. Then one woman on the comment section said that just recently her husband is into production, and he met some Nigerians in a shopping mall, like they just met, and then the husband was chatty. He now asked the guy, how you doing? He said, oh, I'm fine and all. Said, what are you doing here? He said he's looking for a job in Canada. And he was like, what happened? The guy was now narrating everything he was going through and all of that. So he decided to employ him, being that he's a Nigerian brother. But because the guy did not learn his skill, he couldn't, really do the painting job, because apparently what the guy does is to paint places. When he had a company where they paint, like if people are moving out of a new house, they call painters to come paint the place, but he couldn't paint to even save his life. So this boils down to what this lady said. Learn a skill. Like I tell people, learn a skill. Apart from your academics, you all Nigerians, you already know that in Nigeria, we don't do the casual things. We learn skills. We learn how to plumb. We learn how to tile. If you, like my village, for example, the children in my village, if they travel out of this country, they are going to make it. Because once you are 10, 11, your parents send you to go to fashion designing. That one is, then for the boys, either you go into fashion design or you go into tiling or roofing. And they are doing so well. Our second house in the village, those boys were the ones that did the roofing. By the time we did everything, they did it. If you come, the tiling, everything, you won't believe. They do POP very well. So it's not something that... So when you are traveling out, before now, I know that some people, it was not their intention to relocate. It wasn't their intention to relocate. But when they saw that things were not going as they planned, they decided to relocate. But the thing is, I know of 2 people who are relocated from Abuja, and they have houses in the choicest environment in Abuja. They didn't sell their houses. It is better to even take a loan and then rent those houses out and use the loan to the rent you are collecting plus whatever you make from Canada or wherever you are to service that loan. It's better than selling your house, because nobody knows tomorrow. You might get tired and want to come back home. Just like this man now, the family of 5 stranded in Canada. How are they going to come back? What is their faith? What is the way forward? He's just, they don't know how to come back, because when they come back, they did not leave anything at home. And with the kind of expectations some family members have of you once you travel out of the country, they believe that once you are out of the country, things are good for you. Like, they believe that in Africa generally, they believe that once you travel out, you have made it. It's a case of an American who lives in Cameroon. He mentioned that the Cameroonians are welcoming and all, but the only thing is they see him, because he's a white man, they see him as somebody that has so much money. He's always having money. It is a normal perception that because the outside world, things work there. But the thing is, you don't see, I tell Nigerians, I tell Africans, other African countries, come back to your place. See, Nigeria is not as bad as people make it look. Nigeria is not even bad, because see, in Nigeria, that money you sold, for example, now you sold the house, or you even sold the car, sell things like car, other things, but you see house, it's even better to sell a land than sell the house. The reason is this: a house, a car, a land might have some, encumbrances with the government and all that. But right now, I have a land where the government's eye is in the land. You can imagine. So government can revoke land, all those kind of things. People can come as, but your own house, nobody will come and tell you, hey, this house is my own, because from the plan and everything, it's your house. So Nigeria is okay. I know some people who travel that did not do their findings, they did not learn any trade. It was not their intention to even travel. It was as government changed and all that, people now said, no, they can't. From the time when Buhari took over power, some people left. When Tinubu took over power, some people left. So a lot of people they live unprepared. So the thing is, actually, learn a trade, learn how to make hair, learn how to cut hair. See, if you learn how to make hair, and you live in UK, Canada, Australia, America, you are balling. Use your balcony, use your a place. Just let people in your community know that you are making hair. And please, as far as you know, ensure that your prices are different and way cheaper. You have more clients. Now, if somebody is charging $300 to make braids, you charge $200 or $250. Because people, the thing is, turnover in business is better than, putting so much price. If somebody is charging this particular hairstyle $500, charge your own $400 or even $350. The thing is, you are making tremendous impact. Now, you who is cutting hair, you know how much it is to cut hair, even in the UK. You learn how to cut hair, become professional in it before you travel. Because there, it's not just, you cannot be doing menial jobs and think you'll be able to sort yourself out. So now this family had sold all that they have in Nigeria and they've relocated. My own is, if I sell a property for 50 million, I will not travel with it. I will invest that 50 million in a restaurant business, and the money will even still remain. I will use it to do other businesses. Like in your restaurant, you are cooking, you are selling fresh juices and everything. Make your food affordable. People will buy. See, no matter what happens, even when there is war, people will still buy food. People will still drink water. So start up distribution of water. So I'm giving you business ideas. Start distribution of water. Buy dispenser water, distribute, get a store. Put what you are selling is water. Your only thing you are selling is water. That is serious money. You don't need to go into production of water to make so much money. Just by distributing, you make so much money. So, and become self-sufficient. Like, some people will say, oh, they can't do poultry. Fine, but you can do fish pond. And then if you have up to even 1,000, like every 4 months you have this 1,000 fish. I know that sometimes you might have, some other things, some may die and all. But at least, worst case scenario, you have at least 900 fish that you are going to dry and sell. Or even sell, point and kill. People will come there to buy. So at the end of the day, you're making money. Me, or going into farming. Let me tell you something. Ugu pumpkin. Start an ugu farm. You will make money, because every time people are buying ugu in the market and people making ugu, get good irrigation and plant your ugu, you will make so much money. You don't need all this traveling. Most of you travel just for the fun of it, just for adventure. not because you need all those things. You make so much money in Nigeria and then you go and live like a beggar outside the country. It doesn't make sense. Nigeria is a very fertile land and you can excel here. Just come back, please.